With the sheer number of election deniers participating in elections this November, it would be an act of God if we made it out of the midterms with none of them elected to office. According to the Washington Post, 299 Republican candidates for House, Senate, and key state races have questioned or denied the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. In fact, it's gotten so bad that Liz Cheney, a lifelong conservative, is urging Arizona voters to reject certain Republican candidates who are running in that state.
Years now, I've been voting Republican. I don't know that I have ever voted for a Democrat. But if I lived in Arizona now, I absolutely would. And for governor and for Secretary of State. And I think, we cannot be in a position where we elect people who will not fundamentally uphold the sanctity of elections.
10 years ago, even 5 years ago, if I told you that someone with the last name Cheney was considering voting for a Democrat, you would laugh in my face and call me a liar. Until recently, Liz Cheney was a Republican's Republican. She's not a rhino, a Republican in name only. Cheney is a Republican in name. Her name is literally a conservative institution. She's got the voting record, the pedigree, and the values to show for it. Cheney was a vocal supporter of the Iraq War, which her father helped craft during his vice presidency. She's a staunch opponent of abortion rights. She's an advocate for gun rights. She did back a bipartisan bill on gun safety in June, but she's opposed a path to citizenship for Dreamers. She voted against strengthening the Voting Rights Act and worked toward the goal of repealing Obamacare. In 2013, she expressed her opposition to same-sex marriage. 1 year earlier, her own sister got married to a woman. Cheney has since said she was wrong for opposing same-sex marriage, however, but Liz Cheney voted with Donald Trump 93% of the time, according to 538. This is a dream resume of Republican values. For better or for worse, Liz Cheney is a conservative. She's as conservative as they come. All it took was one former reality TV star and fake billionaire to make Cheney question what her party stands for. This year, it appears Cheney chose democracy over party loyalty because the party she called her own for so many years was no longer loyal to the Constitution, but rather blindly loyal to a former leader who plays by his own set of rules. Cheney's work on the January 6th committee has made her a pariah in her own party. It cost her her own seat in the United States Congress. She is not exactly a darling of the Democratic Party. Congressman Jamie Raskin, who works closely with Cheney on the January 6th investigation, told Politico, quote, "I've told Liz I couldn't wait to start disagreeing with her again in public," joked Raskin. "Liz Cheney has been a great constitutional patriot during this period, but we have a lot of things we disagree on." And that's okay. Those two things can be true at the same time. You can disagree with Liz Cheney or any other Republican on politics. Many of you do and will, for good reason. But her bravery in defying the former president and defending the Constitution and democracy is commendable, because there are scant few Republicans who would put country over party right now and acknowledge that the current Republican Party is a danger to this country.